Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Welcome back. Here we are in our latest episode, and don't mind the construction or whatever's going on in the background. There's something loud and obnoxious. Just try to put it out of your mind if you hear it, because I can't stop it, and I gotta get some videos out, man. I gotta get these Songs of Six videos out because we are getting further and further in the city. We have 1,600 people, 1,600, sorry. And we have a decent sized army. You can see that we need another group of guys here. Let's get another group here, edit, and then make them 150. Give them a little bit of leather armor, some weapons. And we've got a lot of things to go over here. We've got a library. I could upgrade this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order a good amount of cut stone so that I can do that. So this is my boy here. I've been just giving him pretty good chunks of money. You can see I just gave him like 70,000 more than he needs because we have millions. I just want to get all of my stuff in my city situated. So we have our library. We have a decent amount of paper because I'm buying it now. I started purchasing stone and wood because I can't produce it fast enough in my provinces, my regions. I actually captured Johanandra or whatever here, Flans, and Versailles, and you'll see this little clip here because he had his army here, and I went to attack here, and so he sent his troops over here to attack. Then decided, nah, he'll go up here, and I said, nah, I'll take this. Grabbed it, grabbed this one. And by the time he could decide what he wanted to do here, I took this, and he was gone. He had nothing left. Because when you take their capitals, or all their cities, they lose their army, and they just disappear off the face of the planet. So I captured all his regions, and I have them trying to make wood. Also, this guy here is trying to level up to become a small city. All of these areas, despite their size, cannot reach max size. It's kind of annoying. So, like, a lot of them can't reach 2,400 population. That's how much you need to get to the next thing here. I might be wrong. Maybe there's a way in technology, but I've looked a little bit and I couldn't find it. So having the library, I was able to get a lot of technology unlocked. There's so much to go over. I tried some different tactics in battle, I tried all kinds of different things. There's this weird mechanic though where it'll say that you will auto-resolve lose against the defending garrisons. That's not the case. You won't lose necessarily if you play as you do the fight yourself and then use good tactics. If you have less troops, you can still win at certain races against other races like Cretonians. You can just beat them up over time with the Dundarians or whoever. But you have to keep in mind that their morale and other factors like equipment come into play. Training is a big part of the reason why garrison troops are so good. And we've also rearranged this whole part of the city. We have a court. I haven't put any decorations in. I've just been so busy doing other things. I haven't even put the throne in because the main problem is cut stone. You can see furniture is something I'm struggling on because wood was just non-existent. Coal was non-existent for a while. I had to lower the amount of guys working in the smelter, in the furniture workshop, in the carpentry, I should say, because there was just too much going on and not enough workers. And I need to keep the base things going here, which is the labs, the admin, and the library. So I technically have space for more people to work as scientists, but I'm constantly training troops. So I'm thinking I might have to send these guys out in the next episode or two as like my global division of fighting troops. And then I need to create actual regiments of plate armor, like maxed out training. You need to create really good regiments. You don't want to have piss poor regiments, because if you think about it, the training doesn't cost them any different amount of resources in the terms of rations or clothing. Obviously, putting them in more armor and more equipment takes more, but if we can get our city infrastructure up there, we will definitely be able to do that. So, as I mentioned, I lowered the amount of guys working in the smelter, but I have upgraded the baker and the charcoaler, so they have the upgraded machine parts inside them. It's saying that the internal storage is full. Sir, why is the internal storage full when there's a guy who should be pulling this from here? Sir, what is going on? That is crazy. But that means we could probably drop this down a little bit. We have so much just going on all the time, and this is actually kind of fun. And this is what I mean when I say, like, I think Jake misunderstands that this isn't the breeze stage. A lot of people expect this is the like actual think or die stage in Songs of Six. But at a certain point, if you're getting too much resources, like if all of this was just coming in from the world map, like I could get thousands of gems. I'm actually getting astonishing amounts of money from my regions, because the bank, one of the options you can get, which is called the bank here, is really beneficial, and you can get a lot of taxes from it. I had it on, and I had literally like 5,000 coming in per day, and you can see this guy's giving me 2,000. So they give you quite a bit of money per region. So be aware that you're getting a lot of money from that, but the value, like I said in the last episode, is going to cause you a little bit of problems in terms of your safety. So the more money you have, your neighbors are going to look at you and be like, remember that time you were just raiding nonchalantly and just beating people up? Well, how about we do it to you? And then you get beaten up, you're crying, and it sucks. It really does. And I haven't had that happen to me, luckily, because I have my boy here as an alliance partner, Ducal Spalade. Unaleska tried to be my alliance partner as well, and you know, it's tempting because, you know, the more alliances you have, the better. But to be honest, they are a tiny little faction. They only have these 2 regions here and a tiny army. They'll more than likely just become incorporated into my faction, my region, and then, you know, fuck them, basically. Midia here, being who they are, they scare the hell out of me because they are Talapis, but they seem to only have a 450-man army. That's not too bad. We could technically beat them, but we're colleagues, so we would want to cause them strife over time, or maybe assassinate. Oh, I haven't clicked this. I have not clicked this since the beginning of V.66. Whoa, what? So we can click on them. You can see they're lazy, cruel, and proud. Wow, holy crap, I need to make a dedicated video to this. What the hell? Their aggression, personal importance, their war declaration, war, chivalry, joint war. So these are the things that are telling you what they've done in the past, how they feel about what you do. Oh my goodness, your wealth compared to them, kinship. So because we're a similar kin, our overall threat to them. They're lazy, so that means that they likely don't want to do anything to fight me. So we could put people towards assassination, flattering, or sabotage. What does it say sabotage does? Sabotage and insult a royalty to decrease his opinion. I guess so. That's basically to get somebody to kind of declare war on you. Interesting, interesting. Now I'm going to have to mess with emissaries because they haven't been a crucial part of the game for a long time, so bad that I actually forget where they are. There they are. Trains emissaries that can be sent on foreign missions. Basically allows you to poke fun or try to kill your neighbors. Or just say, hey, you're beautiful, I love you, and I hope you're doing well. And I want to extend... I really, honestly, have never played a game in a long time where I feel like a connection. I have a strong connection with these guys, Ducal, Suplade, or whatever their name is. I feel like these guys are my boys, but when they lose territory, I will be the first one to collapse on that and take it. But for the most part, these guys are awesome, and I love them. And I will protect their northern border by all costs, and I will try to send some emissaries to them so that we've got some friendly alliance down there, and it never goes away. We don't want it to go away. We want them to literally see us as an equal, like, you know, we don't want to be lesser. We're best friends. That's how it goes for me. Back to the city at hand. We basically just organized everything. I removed the... Wow, so hard to get over here. I removed the military zone over here that was kind of falling apart. Oh yeah, you can see this a little bit. Still there. I tried to expand the walls. My idea is that the outside walls are going to go like this, and then we'll have it maybe tuck in, and then have the grand wall structures. These are just the shapes. I might have to move them or adjust them. We're just going to have a castle made of that, but as they are extremely costly, this is going to be like a couple thousand grand stone, so, or cut stone. We're going to have a hard time building our grand walls, so we'll ideally build just the small capital building for it, and then have like maybe an emissary or a couple cool things in there that makes it feel thematic. Because really, I'm not trying to go too big at the start here, especially with, like, you see I've got 79 conscripts. They're always training. I literally always have people training, and I just created this regiment, so that makes plenty of sense. Why does it say they have 36% melee training? What the hizzle? I think this is a glitch, because it's saying that they're at 36, unless some of these guys are just from another group, or maybe they've come over. There are troops in your city that do actually get like juggled around and turned into side characters. So I've had that happen in the past, and I thought they disappeared, but no, I think they literally retain their training regardless of what they do. So just keep that in mind. So if you trained up your whole population, they should all retain that training. And ideally, in my personal opinion, you'd like to have like 16,000 people, like all of them trained up, at least to 10%, so that in case you do get attacked, it's all or nothing. You know, you're not playing around. Also, that's what I was going to show you guys. This here, propaganda, and then I didn't go over advertisement. This allows you to get better immigration. So I can click this and get a boost in my immigration. So we have a 0.5 boost to immigration, which allows better potential immigration. I also have boosts to my opinion. I have all kinds of things in my city here, basically boosting up happiness. Humans are this game on easy mode, like I was saying in the past. Like, if you want to play, I have a lot of guards, and that's the only thing that I seem to have a struggle with is my law, quote unquote. But despite that, even though I think this is before I got the guards, but despite that, they're still extremely happy. And we have the judge here, and they actually do get a boost from watching the trial. So they seem to enjoy watching the trial. And that reminds me that Jake has also put a lot of work into some of the new dev systems that are coming into the game, especially regarding like what people are doing. So I'm gonna have to do a actual dedicated devlog video. I might do it in the next couple days, give him some time to speak a little bit more and see what he's got, because there's so much really good stuff coming, which basically will give you a menu, drop down menu, to see exactly what and where people are going. So I've seen a few kind of, and this is no offense to the other YouTubers, but they're kind of clickbaity videos where they're like, this is how you do this. And to be honest, I don't know if anybody really understands how the characters work to a max degree. I think the best way to explain how the characters in this game, the plebs, work is that they will cross things, and the crossing of things will give them a benefit. So you see, they have to go past their services to get to their houses. For example, here, the only reason I don't have a food stall, that you kind of want to go by your checklist of what you'd start your city with. Your speaker, your hearth, and your well. Oh yeah, and I could probably upgrade these too. They cost that. We'll do these ones as they've got the lowest service. Oh, we need more cut stone. That's fine. But like I said, I try to ideally put the first services in between. So for example, these are things that if they're cold coming from the training ground, they will come and sit here and get warmed up. If they're dirty, they will go and get cleaned off. And I also need to get a pool. That's kind of how I do it. Food, if for example they're doing this training right now, they would want to have a food stall right here so that they can just go right to the food stall, or right here, grab the food, go home, go to sleep, go back to work, go to the food stall, go to their things, go pray to a theory, and then go to sleep. That's how they work. That's how they seem to operate from everyone that I've seen's experimentation and my own personal experience. Because having, if I, for example, put the services on this side, they would have to go over to their jobs, past their houses, back to the houses. Stupid, I know, but eventually, from my understanding, Jake's going to allow it to be a lot more customizable and a little bit more easy on the player. A little bit more, or less cumbersome, I should say. So there's that. I'm very excited for all of these new features, because obviously I still have not even found any, and I am thinking about asking Jake a list of features that he notices that a lot of players just don't even utilize or don't even notice, because those are the things I'm most interested in, because there's a lot in this game. He didn't understand what I meant when I explained the copying of the interior. He kind of sees it as the blueprint system. If I go in here, there's the blueprint system. So I could save this blueprint here, and then just copy the blueprint over. Where is the blueprints, actually? Excuse me? Where did that just go? Is it in here? That's weird. I haven't actually played with the new blueprint system, so we saved the room blueprint. But it's not like... it's not sitting like right in the... there's usually like a spot right here. Scratch his head, actually, in real life. What the hizzle? I'm not stupid. Maybe it's in one of the many random tabs. No? Blueprint? No. Well, irregardless, like I said, maybe when I click it, it'll come up as a blueprint option. No, where the hell did that blueprint just go? Irregardless, I was commenting that it would be nice to just be able to copy the... what I've been doing, at least, is taking the shell. I will copy this, place it, and then just delete the job inside, and then paste a new building inside of it. That's how I've been doing it. Not the most efficient, not the best way to do it, but that's just the way that I've been doing it. I had brought up the idea because, for example, when I was doing this building, if you could copy this, and these, like this row, you'd be able to paste it, paste 3 times. That saves you the clicks, saves you the time, and you can put your brain to other stuff. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just do one row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's literally like 10 clicks. Building's done. Move on to the next archery range. Then you do that, and you can just paste it like this. If you want to, you could definitely get into those deeper and more intricate like designs, and I think a lot of people do. But for me, sometimes I really don't want to sit there and check and make sure all the pillars are correct, and sometimes you'll put a pillar right here, and then you have to go and redo the building. Very, very frustrating. But that is just a little bit of stuff because he's working very diligently on all kinds of other things in the game. What the heck? In the game right now, especially based on logistics and the way that the characters work and what they're doing. So, expect just too much new good stuff always coming in this game. And I look forward to it. It's really interesting and kind of a phenomenal thing to be... I've been called the Songs of Six guy by a few people. I think it's one guy, but there's 2 times I've been called it. But it's still an interesting concept because I guess I am, in a way, Songs of Six guy here. And when the game explodes into extreme popularity, it's already there. But when it's a finished game, I think a lot of people will go, "Oh, finished version," and they'll start playing it. And they'll be forced to come and watch The Fiend and figure out how to play this game, because it is something. Speaking of which, I removed the diagonal shape of these because, to be honest, I don't like it when they have those little like nubbins right here. It looks weird, looks a little like ugly. So I just made them diagonal or rectangular, back to the normal shape. But yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. There's really no goals other than to just keep building. Keep building our army, growing our resources. Ideally, I'd like to have tons and tons of gems and other resources stored up in a actual military. Enough spare laborers where I could just look at the numbers and go burp and laugh and smile and kind of, not do anything. Be a real king for once. And also take over this guy and probably this guy, because what he has that I need is this coal. He also has these gems, and it seems like he's got some more stone right there. It basically got all of the resources that I need, and I don't like when people have resources that I need and you know what I mean, and I have to pay them money for it. So ideally I could just take it from them, and then yeah, that's kind of how I see that one going. Or I could turn my regions into money makers. I tried to turn Sarlosa. Oh, that was what it was. Pay attention to exactly how much admin a building costs. For example, this Workers Guild, I built him and then the second layer, and I was like, what the fuck? Where's all my admin? It literally takes like 150 admin to get to that point. So, yeah. Just keep in mind that you're gonna be burning through that, and I'm gonna turn that off because he's only sending me one gem a day. That's not enough. By far, not enough gems per day. I think I'll do another woodcutter. I just have all of these. This whole area is cutting wood, and I still can't keep up with it. But we've got stone, so there's that, and we seem to be getting 100 per day, and we're only using 32, so that's pretty good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I look forward to the next one. Hopefully we can get much further, but expect these episodes to get a little bit more kind of the samey, because there's not much more I can get to besides just building the grand arenas, and I gotta build some massage parlors, some bigger buildings, more of the buildings. It's just gonna get more dense and packed as it comes along. So hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.